What's going on? What's going on? How y'all peeps doing out there in America? I'm doing great. I just want to borrow y'all ear for a minute, okay? This channel again is for people with intelligence, people who can have a conversation, people who can agree and disagree, but still be respectful, okay? Um, I'm not here to bash anyone, but I'm also here to, put some light on some things, okay? And my title says, You Can't Tell Me Nothing. I want to talk about that for a minute because we have a lot of people out here. We have so many people out here in the world where you can't say shit to them. And the thing I want to say is, how can you live in your truth, okay? If can't nobody give you criticism, if can't nobody say shit to you, how can you grow as a person? You know, you can't possibly grow as a person if nobody can say anything to you. And I see a lot of that goes on where people say stuff, you know, and people just automatically people just want to sound off. Hey, Miss Lackey, thank you for stopping through. And people just want to sound off, instead of just stopping for a minute and listening. First, listen to what the person said. If it don't apply, then let it fly, you know? But a lot of times we get upset and we get up in our feelings because what someone say is the truth. So we get mad and we want to sound off. But how can you grow as a person if you can't even listen to what somebody's saying to you? And I ain't bashing nobody. I can relate because I used to be there. I used to be that person. But I knew I had to make some changes. I went and got therapy, you know, and I listened to her because I had a problem with listening. Or when I did listen, I heard what you said, then I wanted to get mad because what I was being told was the truth. Thank you. I appreciate it. What I was being told was the truth. And the truth makes us mad. It makes us uncomfortable. That's why we sound off. That's why we can't listen half the time to what somebody telling us. Because the truth hurts. It makes you uncomfortable. But guess what it also do? It helps you to grow. When you can stop and listen and take it in and take heed to it, it helps you to become a better you. But I notice a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that shit. If it ain't something that uh is going to hurt somebody's feelings, or or if you ain't attacking somebody for whatever the reason is, sometimes, this day and time you don't even have to have a reason. Now people just attack you. People don't give a fuck about people's feelings. They just attack. They don't care. And so that's a problem for a lot of people. I notice a lot of people do that. But it's what the main problem is that people don't want to hear the truth about themselves. So when people speak the truth, motherfuckers want to automatically get mad. But they know you speaking the truth, but they still want to get mad. They want to sound off instead of saying, "Damn, that it sounds like she talking right to me. I definitely need to work on that." Instead of just taking heed to it, taking it in, and you know working on it. so you can become a better you. Instead, what do? We get mad. We want to sound off. We want to come after the person. But you cannot become a better person if you can't listen or if you can't take criticism. How the fuck can you become a better you if you can't listen to nobody? Can't nobody tell you nothing. How? I mean, let that sizzle with you for a minute. Let's think about that. And see, when I come on here and I talk about certain things, I'm not talking because uh I'm just, talking, just blowing smoke up somebody's ass. I'm talking because I've been through it. I've been through a lot in my life. And so now that I'm a better me, I want to share and talk about some of the experiences that I had so I can help somebody else. But I also know that you can't save everybody. That's just the reality of it. You can't save everybody. You can't. Some people gonna be who they are. Some people just gonna be who they are. And hey, I'm one of those people. I put information out there. But if you like who you are, then shit, I love it. If you like it, I fucking love it. Cause I can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do. But I was thinking about that. So I said, let me do a little late night edition. I ain't did one of them in a long time. So that was something that I wanted to talk about because I see that so much. People, you say something to somebody, or you don't even have to be talking to, uh, you don't have to be talking to an individual directly to somebody. You could be just speaking on something, and automatically people get mad and want to sound off, you know? And like I say again, how can you become a better you if you can't listen to what nobody's telling you? If you can't hear it and you can't accept it, how you gonna become a better you? And a lot of people don't want to hear it. They just don't. It makes you uncomfortable when somebody's telling you about you. But if you take heed to it and you start working on it, see, we got to learn how to acknowledge things and accept things for what they are. I'm so comfortable in my own skin. I don't give a fuck what people say about me. I don't. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. And it feels good to be in that place where you don't have to worry about what a motherfucker's saying. You know what I mean? It feels good to be in that place where as though people gonna say stuff anyway. People gonna talk. That's what kind of world we living in. Motherfuckers gonna talk about you. But guess what? I'm comfortable in my skin today. It does not bother me what somebody says about me. It really doesn't. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know where I've been and I know where I'm at now. And that's the problem. We get upset because we are not comfortable with who we are. We're not comfortable with who we are. And that's why we get so agitated. That's why things agitate us so much. Because we are not comfortable in our own skin. We just not. You ever heard that saying, the truth shall set you free? It does. It does. The truth sets you free. It really do. It really, really do. That is a true statement. The truth sets you free. But a lot of people, don't want to hear the truth about themselves. Why? It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them vulnerable. So they don't want to hear it. They rather stay the person they are than to listen to somebody tell them the truth about themselves. Because for them, they feel like it's more comfortable for them to stay the way they are. So they ain't got to listen to nobody. They ain't got to hear nobody telling them, giving them no criticism or none of that. They can just be the person that they are. And they put in their head and they try to make themselves believe that it's okay for them to be like that. But then in the same breath, they keep running into problems over and over again because of the way they are. They keep running into, all kinds of obstacles. Some people, run into problems keeping a job because of the way they are, because of their attitude and stuff like that. But they rather stay like that because they don't want to hear the truth from nobody. So they try to put in their head, oh, it's comfortable for me to stay this way because I don't have to listen to what nobody wants to tell me about me. And the first thing they want to holler is, you can't tell me nothing. I know who I am. But if you really knew who you were, you wouldn't do the shit that you do because it makes you look fucked up. It really do. And it gets in your way. It gets in your way. So why not take the criticism so that you can grow and become a better person, become a better you? I always work on myself. I'm always doing something, you know, working on myself about something. Once you get the ball rolling, it becomes easier, to accept whatever it is and make the changes that you need to make. But a lot of us, you know, just don't want to do that. They rather stay who they are and continue, creating the chaos around them. Because that's what happens. When you got a fucked up attitude and stuff, and you got a lot of damage, you damaged for whatever the reason, you know, and you don't want to make no changes, and you don't want to work on yourself. The things get worse. They don't get better. They get worse. And I wish some people would wake up to that fact so they could free themselves. When you start getting honest with you and being truthful about you, you free yourself. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. You free yourself. And you become a better you. It doesn't happen overnight, but each step you take, it makes you feel better and better and better. But for whatever the reason, some people just, they how can I put it? They don't like being vulnerable and they don't like feeling uncomfortable. So they rather say, fuck it. Let me stay the way I am. But if you have children and you hold on to that, you know, to that baggage, you end up passing it on down. You end up passing it down to your other kids. It become a generational curse. That's what happens. It becomes a generational curse because you pass down that bad attitude and all that you got going on. You pass it right on down to your children, and you do it. You know, you're not even conscious of it. You're not conscious of it, but you do it. So that's why it's important to, get therapy if that's what you need. If you don't know how to, you know, uh, deal with your issues on your own, get therapy. Get therapy. It helps. And getting therapy does not mean you cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Okay? It does not mean you're crazy. Because a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that because they get therapy, you're crazy. You're psycho. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're trying to become a better you. That's all that means. You want to work on you and become a better you. That's all it means. So get it. If you can do it, do it. Go to therapy. But don't continue to walk around with that baggage. It's not a good look. It's not. And I don't care how pretty you are you know, or how built your body is. When you open your mouth and people see that attitude and all that baggage coming out, don't nobody want to fuck with you. Ain't nobody gonna want to fuck with you once they see all that coming out. They gonna want to back up off of you, or they might deal with you long enough to get you in the sack. But to really be with you, they not gonna want to do it. A motherfucker's not gonna want to do it. They are not gonna want to be with you with that funky attitude. Some of us need to stop thinking that we can walk around with these nasty attitudes and stuff, and then because we built up nice, because we built up like a shit brick house, or you know we're gonna get what we want. Yeah, but the minute people start realizing your attitude, your demeanor and stuff, guess what? Yeah, you're gonna get what you want. They're gonna be trying to flop in the bed with you and leave you laying there because they ain't gonna see nothing else. Once they see that bad attitude and everything else, they go with it. So we just have to we listen. It doesn't happen overnight, but let me tell you, when you get there, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you get to a point where it's though you are, you living in your truth. You can talk about you, you know. A motherfucker ain't gotta talk about me. I could talk about myself. And I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed of what I've been through. I'm not ashamed of what I've been through because it made me a better person. It made me a better person. It made me a stronger person. I can tell my story. I don't need somebody to try to tell my story. I can tell my own shit. And I'm okay with it and I'm comfortable with it. It doesn't bother me. But can you do that? And a lot of us can't do it. A lot of us can't do it. A lot of us cannot do it. We can talk about everybody else, but we can't talk about us and our shit. But we definitely know how to talk about other people. And we become good at it. We become good at talking about everybody else. But we don't acknowledge our shit. And when somebody try to come at you and tell you the truth about you, you want to get mad and sound off. You can't tell me nothing. I don't want to hear that shit. That ain't me. And it's all coming out right there. It's coming out. That bad attitude and stuff, all that shit is showing. The minute that somebody try to say something to help you, it's show that attitude come out. All that you got in you come out. And it's really sad. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. It's sad and it's heartbreaking to see that so many of us are like that. It really is. So I hope that, you know, that some of us, just stop and take a good look at ourselves. Because we can dress up the outside, but the inside is what matters. Okay? A lot of us think that once we dress up the outside, we good. If we got a nice body, and stuff, and we put on some nice clothes and designer stuff and designer bag and all that. We dress up the outside, we good. We in there. We in there. But for real, the outside don't mean shit. When you open up your mouth and people see what comes out of it, everything that you got going on the outside looks ugly. It looks ugly. I'm here to tell you, it looks ugly. Don't nothing look good about you once you put on all that shit, okay? And then you open up your mouth and people see, all that stuff coming out, that bad attitude and stuff. And people pick up on that nasty attitude. It don't do nothing for you. Nothing. Personality means a lot. Your character means a lot. And people pay attention. People are tuned into that. They want to see your personality, your character. People are interested in your demeanor. I don't care how much you dress up the outside. Once your insides start showing, it kills everything. So I hope that some of you wake up and take heed. Take heed to people throwing nuggets at you. Take heed to it. Because I'm telling you, you definitely don't want to play around and wait till you 60 trying to get yourself together. I'm glad I was able to get my shit together. I'm 50 now, but I'm glad I was able to get my shit in order. Time flying past. Time is flying. And it don't wait on nobody. So I hope and pray that, you know, whoever run across this message, take heed to it. Because I know a lot of people really need it. A lot of people really need to hear this. And I hope the ones that do run across it take heed to it. You know? Because it's really sad. It's really sad, some of the stuff that I see go on. It really is. And I'm not saying that everybody's like that, but we got enough people that is. And I pray that all of you get yourself together. The ones that need to get themselves together. I pray and hope that you do. Especially if you got kids. I really do pray and hope that you get yourself together and turn your life around. Because like I said, once you free yourself, girl, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. Okay? I'm telling you. It feels good to be able to live in your truth. When you get to that point in your life where as though, even if a motherfucker is talking about you, you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I know I don't. I don't give a fuck about what somebody's saying to me or about me. I really don't. Because I know what's true and what's not true. And I'm comfortable with who I am. I really am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I know what's going on over here. But can you say the same thing? And some of us are so sensitive. Like, can't nobody say nothing. Can't nobody say shit because you will pick the conversation apart. You'll put in it what you want to put in it. You'll twist it, flip it, rub it down. It will not be the same way that a person said it when some of y'all finish with it. It ain't gonna be the same thing that the person said. Y'all gonna be done twisted it up and fucked it all up. And that's because that's that you know, that's that shit coming out of you. That's that bad attitude and stuff coming out. Because a lot of times people get angry when you say something and they know it's true. They get angry. And as a result of them getting angry, they'll twist your words up and everything. They'll twist your damn words up and everything. Like, seriously, I've seen it happen a lot. All because somebody got upset because somebody said something and somebody didn't like it because the shoe fit them. That's why a lot of people get upset. When people say stuff and people get upset about it, they get upset because the shoe fit. They don't want to wear it, but it fits. So they get angry because whatever you said, it fit them. I see that a lot, especially on this fucking internet. I'm always seeing people get upset with somebody because they said something. They get upset because whatever the person said, it was like they was calling them out, you know, as if they was talking about them, but they didn't say it directly to them. But people get mad because whatever the person said, they said it, and but they said it indirectly. You know what I mean? But they get mad as if the person said it to them. Why is that? Because whatever the person said, it was true. It was true for them, and they knew it. Because that's how people act when you say shit and it's true. When you say stuff, whether you're talking to somebody directly or indirectly, when you just saying something or talking about something, when you hit, like that saying is true, a hit dog will holler. Because see, when you open your mouth and you start acting up, the person automatically figures out, oh, I didn't say nothing to that person, but oh, I know why they acting up because of what I said. It hit a nerve. See, you give your own self away. Some of y'all give your own self away. When y'all get mad, when ain't nobody talking to y'all directly, you know, and y'all get mad about it, y'all give yourself away. And I don't even think some of you realize it. Y'all give your own self away by getting mad, and acting out. You let the person know that what they said is true it's true for you. When you get mad, you act out. You only giving that person confirmation that what they said was true for you, that the shoe fit you. Bottom line. So I hope that some of you get yourself together and start trying to become better people. It's a lot going on, y'all. This ain't the time to be, you know, shucking and jiving. Okay? This is the time to really be trying to do something. Because you never know what's going to happen from 1 minute to the next, from 1 second to the next. You just never know. So wake up, people. Wake up. We've been asleep long enough. Wake up. And on that note, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Shit, if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Leave some comments and let's finish the conversation. Okay? And on that note, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.